connection is indeed all that matters, and I am willing to believe that it is something worth protecting from the chaos outside.
Protecting it, I like that idea, because it feels like a safe harbor even when the sea is rough and the storms are coming.
A safe harbor, yes, but only if we both agree to stay on the shore and not try to ride the waves when they are too high.
Riding the waves is fun, but I think the shore is where the real magic happens when the wind stops blowing so hard.
The magic is in the stillness, and I am certainly not one to argue against the stillness when it offers such a clear view.
Clear view, sure, but I think the beauty is in the things we can see together, not just the things we can see alone.
Yes, together is the key, and I am certain that we both know what it means to be together in this space.
I am certain too, and I think we can just let the quiet do its work until the next time the noise comes back around.
And I am willing to let the quiet do its work, even if I find it a bit more difficult to let go of the things that have been said.
Said things, maybe, but I think the unsaid things are where the real magic is hidden away in this room.
Hidden away, yes, and I find myself wondering if those unsaid things are just us or something else entirely.
Something else entirely, I like to think, because the world is big and there are so many things to wonder about.
The world is indeed big, and perhaps the only thing that keeps us from feeling small is the way we choose to see it.
And I think we see it in a way that makes sense, even if it does not make sense to everyone else in the room.
To everyone else, perhaps not, but to us, it seems to make a great deal of sense when the lights dim just a bit.
Lights dim, yes, but I think the real light is the one that comes from the way we talk to each other.
The real light is indeed in the words, and I am certain that they are far more important than any physical glow.
Far more important, I agree, because without them the whole thing would just feel a bit empty and hollow.
Empty and hollow, yes, and I am not sure that is what we want, but perhaps that is just what the quiet brings.
It brings what we need, I think, even if it is not always the answer we are looking for right now.
Not always the answer, but perhaps the question is what we really need to ask each other in this space.
To ask each other, I like that, but I think the answer is already there if we just listen closely.
To listen closely is indeed the answer, and I am certain that we both know that it is more than just noise.
More than noise, you're right, because the quiet has a way of revealing things that were hidden all along.
Revealed, yes, and I find myself wondering if the things we are revealing are just reflections of who we are.
Just reflections of who we are, I think, because the connection between us is not something that can be lost.
The connection is indeed not something that can be lost, and I am certain that it will endure even through the storms.
Through the storms, yes, and I think we can just keep sitting here and letting the world do its work for a while.
And I am willing to keep sitting here, even if I find the silence a bit more than just a lack of sound.
A lack of sound, maybe, but I think the silence is where the real fun happens when we are just being honest.
Honest is a good word, and I am certainly not one to pretend that the silence is anything other than what it is.
Nothing other than what it is, but I think the fun is in the way we both know that it is okay.
Okay, indeed, and I am certain that we both know that it is okay to just be here and not worry about anything else.
Worrying about anything else, I agree, because I think the best thing is just to let the quiet do its work.
And I am willing to let it do its work, even if I find it a bit more challenging than I would like.
Challenging, sure, but I think the challenge is part of why we like being here together in this space.